ethnic identity was important. So here, this is the tomb of a Tang Dynasty Emperor Xianzong of the 8th century, and when he died, inside there was a mural painting was made, and that shows diplomatic envoys from other parts of Asia. Let me go to the full screen. So here, can anybody recognize? Okay, I'm going to write down 1, 2, 3. Which person looks like he came from 3 kingdoms of Korea? Any volunteer? Amy, is there Amy Cole?
Yes.
Yeah,
Hi.
so which number looks like a diplomatic envoy from 3 kingdoms of Korea?
I would say number 1.
Number 1, why?
Because of the robe as well as like the hat. It looks very similar to the paintings of like the Korean dresses.
But Amy, the number 1 is this guy, and he is bald.
Oh, I thought it was the one in front.
In front of him, right?
Yeah.
No, these 3 are Chinese ministers, Chinese government officers. So that's why I'm saying 1, 2, 3.
Then I think it would be 2.
Okay, why?
Because of like the contrasting bands and the waistband, and they're also wearing pants
and jacket,
yes.
Right? Yeah, very good. So the answer is number 2. This man is from Shilla, so of 3 kingdoms. So that's what I mean by the pictorial convention. So it's composed of the loose pants and then the long jacket coming to the hip area and then the waist tie. But when you see the sleeves, this sleeve is overly like a falling off, just like this minister's long sleeve, that it doesn't look like Woo Chong's narrow sleeves, right? So it's a little confusing. But if you see the hat, like a man in number 1, number 2, number 3, if you see the hat, definitely this is the small hat with a feather that we've seen among warriors of Goguryeo. So in the eyes of Chinese courtiers, when they received these kind of diplomatic envoys, the way they dressed is very distinctive to them. Like, so, oh, this man is actually from South Central Asia, more like Sogdiana. And then number 3 is from a little bit northern part of Central Asia with like a fur hat. And he has many layers, and also definitely the jacket. Shilla person has to the hip, but this person has like this long jacket. I mean, it's a jacket, but jacket is coming to the calf. So that's the difference. And then insinuation is pants is rather tight. And then on top of it, he has probably a fur coat or something very heavy. And then the man behind, he also has a jacket coming to the calf and tight pants, which is different from number 2. So ethnic identity was important. And that is what Chinese historical record keeps telling us, that so and so from another country are rather barbaric, or they are rather wild, less cultivated. So in Chinese historical record, they always make judgment or value-added comments. But as a historian or as a audiences of this historical record, we should also be aware of, let's say, some cultural biases or the Chinese people's cultural centrism. Do you know the word, the cultural centrism? They think they are the center of the world. So they don't consider like cultures in not in comparative terms, more in like us versus them, and that is not objective anthropological way of treating other culture, right? Because in anthropology or sociology, what we are learning is all cultures are equal, right? Equal, thus relative values. So there are cultural relativism. The other end is cultural centrism.